This is the Valley's original morning magazine show, ABC 15's Sonoran Living Live.
Well, it's that time of year and the kids are back in school. Their backpacks, they are loaded with books, and sometimes they have so many that you wonder how they just don't fall over when they're walking to school or walking home from the bus. But think about what that's doing to their back. Well, Shaun Hudson is here, and he is our resident chiropractic physician, and we're going to talk about some of the signs and the problems. Welcome to Sonoran Living.
Thank you.
Let's get started with some of the signs and problems, although you might not see it now because they're just going to school and it's not filled yet.
Sure. Some of the signs that you want to watch for is if your child starts to complain of headaches, neck pain, and back pain. Those are pretty obvious. Shoulder pain is another real common complaint. And lastly, one thing that you need to look for, and this takes a kind of a mindful eye, is when the child's not wearing a backpack, look at their posture.
Okay.
When you stand behind them, look for one shoulder to be slightly higher than another. That means that there's actually curvature being created in the spine or worsening in the spine.
And they're trying to compensate from one side to the next?
Absolutely.
Now, noticing, you know, I've gone school shopping with my kids, and there's backpacks. I mean, there's like big backpacks and little backpacks, but the little ones you can't really get everything in, but the big ones look too big.
Well, bigger's not always better. Chaz here has one on that's probably a little big for him.
Let's go ahead and have him
This is
turn
something
to the
that would
side.
be more of an adult size or an adult fit. The upside to it is it fits properly in the sense it has nice wide shoulder straps, which is what you want, and they're padded sufficiently, as well as the compartment to the back here. The downside with having a large backpack is they hang much lower, which you don't want, and you can fit too many books in them.
Right. Let's get back to what you should look for, because that's something that I have no idea what to look for. I may have to get them a new backpack. So these need to be like just fit right on their shoulder?
Absolutely. Nice and broad. Broad is typically better.
Okay.
You want to avoid any, a lot of times the ones that are made for children aren't sufficiently padded. They're just kind of a canvas strap.
Okay.
You know, the various SpongeBob, Dora the Explorer, etc. So you want to find something hopefully that has some padding at least. Also padding between
Let's have you turn this way a little bit, Chaz.
the book compartment and the actual back. You'd like to have padding there as well to keep the books from pressing directly against the back and spine.
Now, when we're talking about how far down, I mean, you said this is a little big for him.
Absolutely.
Do you mean it's like too long for him?
Yeah, it hangs a little long. You want the backpack ideally to come down about 4 inches, no more than 4 inches below the belt line.
Okay. And what is the weight? What is the proper weight? I mean, obviously.
It's a great question.
And how do we figure that out? Just put it on a scale and see?
Put it on a scale. You actually, ideally, you don't ever want to go over 10% of the child's body weight. 5 to 10 is kind of the magic range. I know that last time I saw Chaz, his backpack was quite a bit heavier, and it was somewhere around 20% of his body weight.
So it's up to the parents to make sure that they're not being overloaded.
Absolutely.
But what are the options? I mean, if they have to bring stuff home from school.
One is to limit what they bring home from school. For instance, you can always speak with the teacher and see if they need to bring home all of their books, or if they have a desk or locker, they can leave some in. Another option in some school districts is a roller, like a wheel backpack.
Right.
Although some are not allowing that now because of fire hazards.
And that's frustrating. As a mom, you think, you know what, we want to make it easy for them to get to and from school or the bus, and it gets pretty heavy, so just check with each individual school.
That's it, exactly.
Okay, so I've been calling, first I thought your name was Jazz, but your name is Chaz? Okay, and don't tell me what school you go to, but you in the Gilbert area, where do you live? You don't know what? Well, that's, I think, important that they should all know where they live, right? So is this too heavy for you, or does it feel good?
It feels good.
And did you ever wear the Dora backpack? Do you know who Dora is? I'm waiting. I mean, his backpack says Hurley on it. Is that Hurley?
Yeah,
Hurley. So I was waiting for him to go, no, I wouldn't wear Dora. All right, well, thank you very much, Chaz.
Thank you.
And Shaun, thank you very much. Okay, so there you go. And we're going to have this stuff on our website as well. It's all important information, so these little guys don't hurt their backs. All right. Love it when kids just talk right to me. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and send it back to you. We're going to have all of this information on the website. What can you do?
Hey, it's not you. He's just the strong, silent type,
He
okay?
is, yes.
That's just his style. That's how he rolls, okay? All right.